Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Ryan Garcia is making a big mistake, and look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And you've all seen that Ryan Garcia has come out and stated that forget the tune-up, he'll go straight into the Tank Davis fight. Now you've seen Oscar De La Hoya more recently come out and state that he believes Ryan Garcia is making a big mistake by doing this. He goes on to state, look, Tank Davis is going to fight a tune-up fight. His tools are going to be very sharp for when he faces Ryan Garcia in April. Ryan decided to bypass the tune-up and go straight to Tank Davis. I strongly feel it's a big mistake. But what we all have to do is wish him the very best and tell him to stay in shape, stay in the gym, and continue training, sparring, and stay focused and wait for that big day. Now, look, I agree 100% with Oscar De La Hoya on this. I believe Ryan Garcia should have taken the tune-up fight, and this is why. Ryan Garcia is only 24 years old with 23 fights. The guy has never beaten an elite fighter and never beaten a sitting world champion. So in that sense, you have to look at it in the biggest fight of his career against Tank Davis. Every fight matters. Every bit of experience matters. And so I think Ryan Garcia should be getting any kind of experience he can get leading up to this fight. And if you can get a tune-up where you're active, your tools are sharp, you're fresh, and you may even learn something and you can practice what you're doing in the gym against a live opponent, all the better. I think it's a big mistake for a guy this young, this inexperienced, to go into the biggest fight of his career and not even take a tune-up. I think it's an idiotic mistake, and that's just being honest about it. Not only that, by the time Ryan Garcia fights Tank Davis, he's going to be fighting this man coming in at a 9-month layoff. Just think about that. And not to mention, what if Tank Davis loses his fight against Garcia? Hector Garcia. What if he loses that fight? What if Tank Davis is injured in that fight? That will push the Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis fight back even longer. And instead of it being a 9-month layoff, it could be a 12-month layoff. So imagine how rusty this guy's going to come into the ring against Tank Davis if something happens. You always have to stay ready. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to dismiss Ryan Garcia altogether. I think it's still a winnable fight because Ryan Garcia has elite hand speed. He has elite power. He has good height and reach over Tank Davis. So he has some great attributes that he's bringing to the fight, and he's a very dangerous opponent. I would never write him off. This is still a winnable fight for Ryan Garcia, but make no mistake, he's a dumbass for not taking the tune-up, and Gervonta Tank Davis has an advantage. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.